So good morning and good afternoon. My name is Marcos Lopez-Caniego, and together with Miguel, Doctor, we are going to present you the ESA Virtual Assistant in ESASky. Then here you can see the members of the ESASky team here at ESAC. So in addition to me, who I'm presenting this talk on behalf of the team, we have Deborah Baines, Javier Espinosa, Philip Matson, Henrik Norman, Elena Puga, Matthias Womblad, and then there are several other people that have been involved in this work, mainly from the IT team and the development team of the virtual assistant. So this is the table of contents. What is ESASky? Very briefly, some fundamentals from the virtual assistant, and what is Eva that Miguel will do, and then we'll do a demo on the assistant. So ESASky is a multi-mission, multi-frequency science-driven discovery portal that has been developed by the Data Science and Archives Division here at ESAC. The ESASky users can access data from a wide variety of missions from ESA, NASA, CSA, JAXA, and many others, and also give the possibility to explore the data contents from other partner data centers using IVO protocols to interoperate. Very recently, ESASky also became multi-messenger, and with the addition of the gravitational wave and neutrino alerts. And now, very fresh from the ESASky oven, we have the Eva bot that we want to present here. So, Miguel, do you want to
Hi everyone, I'm here. Yes. So thank you, Marcos. Well, prior to jump into the details and the capabilities provided by ESASky Virtual Assistant, we think it's worth it to provide a quick overview about Eva, the platform behind this and other virtual assistants we are operating at ESA. So let's start with the basics. What is a virtual assistant? Because there are plenty of definitions about virtual assistants or chatbots out there, but I particularly like the one provided by IBM, which is displayed in the slide. So a virtual assistant is a software that relies on natural language processing, NLP techniques, to provide a conversational experience with humans. It means understanding questions, offering answers, requesting missing information, and all this making use of text inputs, audio inputs, or both. So when we first thought about creating Eva platform some years ago, we decided to start by analyzing why other industries were using virtual assistants to improve their services or to optimize their processes. And we came up with the following list of benefits or characteristics that eventually derived the development of Eva platform. So we wanted to create virtual assistants to provide immediate answers and being available 24/7. We also wanted to keep everything conversational instead of asking our users to fill in forms. And we also wanted to simplify the way our users search for the information. So with all this in mind, in the next slide, we introduce you all Eva. Eva is a web platform aiming to allow ESA people to design, create, train, and operate artificial intelligence powered virtual assistants to support a variety of ESA services. So Eva platforms covers all phases within the chatbot lifecycle, from design and implementation to deployment and integration, without leaving analytics and monitoring capabilities behind, because this is extremely important. So we know how our users interact our chatbots, and we can improve the way our chatbots behave. So Eva also allows us to import and export fully functional bots that can be deployed cross-domain, or just some small knowledge areas that can be reused on several bots. And all this without all this while using standard formats like JSON or CSV. So once introduced Eva, in the next slide, we show the architecture of Eva. Eva has been developed making use of the most recent advances in artificial intelligence. Okay, latest trends like transformers allows Eva bots to recognize user intents, entities, and evaluating the context and providing accurate and efficient response in fairly complex use cases. However, we are aware of how fast NLP landscape is evolving nowadays. So we decided to go for a microservices-based architecture. Each component, as you can see in the slide, is running on Docker containers, and they operate autonomously while all of them are deployed on Kubernetes clusters. So it allows us to include new features or replace independent components without compromising the platform itself, which actually means that we can integrate new frameworks or new artificial intelligence libraries as long as we detect that they can be beneficial for the platform. So finally, in the next slide, we see how Eva Editor looks like for the current Eva bot for ESASky. And this is a fairly complex bot that interacts with several systems. So I just want to mention that Eva is a no-code or codeless platform, which means that everyone can create and train their own chatbots, no matter if they have coding skills or not. So this is, in our opinion, very important in order to increase the use of chatbots in science in general, and for our case, in astronomy in particular. So yeah, that is pretty much all what we wanted to say about Eva platform itself. So I leave you with Marcos to continue with the presentation.
Okay, thank you, Miguel. Okay, so now, if you go, if you are familiar with ESASky, you will see this is the web interface, and what we have now here, it can also be accessed from this top menu, but now we have added this icon that will allow users to access Eva very easily. Then when you click on this icon, this panel opens, and this is the starting point where users are offered a set of options to interact with Eva. But the main way of interacting with the bot is via this chat area, and also you can talk to Eva. At the moment, you can only talk to Eva in English, but it is great that you can really explore the archives by talking to Eva and the ESASky API behind the scenes. Okay, so now let me start with the demo, just to show you some of the capabilities of Eva. So when you start the virtual assistant, as I was saying, you are offered a selection of things that your users can do, but essentially most of the API capabilities of ESASky can be accessed from Eva. Here I'm just asking Eva about the name. You can make general questions about, for example, what is a spiral galaxy, and Eva will return some standard answers. But then you can also say, for example, show me a spiral galaxy, and this will trigger the opening of the target list with the pre-selected list of spiral galaxies that is mostly used for outreach purposes. And then you can use this play and pause. You can type play and pause to start the player. And then if you just type close all, this will clean up a bit the screen, and then you can start doing other things. So every time you want to go to an object, you just type go to the object name. This will do some translation into coordinates, and then will recenter ESASky in those coordinates. Then you can command ESASky to zoom in or zoom out and change the field of view. You can also, one of the things that you can do is to change the background heaps. At the moment, by doing switch sky to UV, it's telling me the available UV heaps in ESASky. And then from this selection of these options that are numbered to facilitate things, you can just change the background heaps. So by typing help and going to the main menu, you are essentially closing a conversation and starting a new one. In this case, I was typing display image observations, and then I'm showing the available observations in this field of view for these various missions. So I type Herschel and Spitzer and then ALMA, and you see that in just a matter of seconds, I was able to display the footprints from all these data sets. Now I want to see what are the available catalogs in this region. So I just by typing show me available catalogs, I get these 17 catalogs available in the field of view. I selected one of them, number 16, the Herschel Spire point source catalog at 500 microns. And that is overlay also in a fraction of a second. Now I'm doing something on purpose that will not work. I'm telling the Eva to change the background skies, but I'm still inside the catalogs conversation. So it's just giving me again the list of available catalogs. So I took the opportunity to plot the Lamont catalog, but if I want to close that conversation and start a new one, I just type help, and then I'm sent back to the main list of options. And now by typing exactly the same thing, add new optical sky, then I'm offered
3 minutes
available heaps. Yeah. So 2 minutes. Then now I enter the new a different type of skies. I'm telling, okay, show me add a new infrared sky. It's giving me the list of options again, and I'm going to add a third sky to the skies stack of ESASky. In this case, I'm adding the Herschel Pax RGB, and then I will use the the player button. I will just by typing play, this will start the player of the skies area, and then this will navigate across the various these three heaps. And then you can see the transition from one to the other very nicely. This can be done, of course, with the transparency bar in the select sky menu. But see that we are controlling the whole of ESASky from Eva. So now I want to see what is the available data in external data centers. This very nice functionality from ESASky. So now this shows me the available external centers. We have ESO, CADC, MAST, HISARC, and Astron. So by typing one, this is connecting in real time with the ESO tab, and it's showing me the available data sets. So I just type 3, and I got the ESO images. And now I type 6, and I get the VLTU spectrum data. Now I go back to the main area, and then I want to overlay again. I want to show you the Gaia catalog on top of all of this. So now I'm going to close all these tabs and do a search. I mentioned before that we recently added the multi-messenger features in ESASky. Well, actually, sorry.
1 minute.
1 minute. Okay, so now it's open in the outreach area of ESASky. This is where ESA Hubble and ESA GWST outreach images can be very nicely overlaid on top of the ESASky, which is also very nice. And since I have just 1 minute left, let me jump to the part where we show the gravitational waves panel. I was typing, if you see show gravitational waves panel, this open this panel that shows the events from the LIGO Virgo S3 run. I select one of them. I get I'm shown the heaps with the probability information and contours, and then I want to overlay some high energy catalogs here in case I'm interested in doing follow-up observations of electromagnetic counterparts. So now I'm going to ask Eva to show the available catalogs. I'm going to select the two high energy ones, a Fermi and a Blazars catalog, and then this overlays, and now I'm going to use an ESASky selection option to select just those that are within some radius from the center of the peak of the heaps provided by the LIGO team. Yeah. And then this is showing the list of objects that have been selected, so which is also very nice. And now just to finish the demo, ESA can be used also to ask more general questions about what is ESO or what is a black hole, and then some pre-computed answers have been added, like for example, is the Earth flat? What would Eva answer to such a question? Then we say no, the Earth is not flat, but it's not a perfect ball either. So we give some explanation for that. And then when you say goodbye, it is nice little rating conversation panel opens, so that we hope that the users will tell us in this way, in an easy way, if they like the bot or not, and if they can type whatever they want and send suggestions via the feedback icon. Okay, so so this is the end of the demo. So thank you very much, and we are happy to answer your questions.
All right. Well, thanks very much, Roger. That's fascinating, and it also shows off what ESASky can do. I'm not seeing any questions in the Q&A, but I'm fascinated by the thought of what sort of questions it can answer. Do people have to learn to work with it? I mean, there will be a set of vocabulary and commands that you learn eventually that it accepts, and ones that it doesn't. Does it take time to learn that?
No, actually, this is meant to be used with plain English to some extent. We do have in the ESASky documentation page in our that is accessible from the ESASky help area. We have like easily a dozen examples of how to interact with Eva in very simple ways, which but essentially is quite plain English the way that you do ask for things. But it is useful to know a bit in advance how to talk to Eva, because sometimes it doesn't know how to respond and you get some crazy errors. But this is also, the more the people use it, the better the neural network will be trained. So we need users to really play with the tool and try to break it and give us feedback, and then we'll see. Because at the moment it's just a small toy, but we want this tool to evolve and to see how it can be used for science, and also to some extent it can also definitely be used for outreach purposes.
Right. Well, I hope this encourages people to try it and to get it more capable and so. Okay, splendid. Thank you.